The Anarchist Cookbook, page 31, Chapter 1, Drugs. Freedom will cure most things. A.S. Neil Summerhill. Drugs are not central to anarchy, have nothing to do with politics, and may be considered the opposite of revolution, since their use tends to create apathy. I believe basically that this country is going through two revolutions. On one hand, there is the political struggle, and on the other, we are witnessing a cultural renaissance. The use of drugs comes under the birth of a new culture. After all the political battles have been fought and won, then will come the most difficult time of all. This is the time when the entire population, black and white, right and left, must move together to form a new society. This new society is being written about, talked about, planned by everyone. It will have to be a type of society completely devoid of the repression that is so present today. It will have to be based on respect, since the churches have a monopoly on trust. The use of drugs in this new culture will be free. There will be no more political arrests for pot or acid, for who will arrest whom. There will be no more black kids in jail or trumped up charges, for there will be no more jails. Pot is central to the revolution. It weakens social conditioning and helps create a whole new state of mind. The slogans of the revolution are going to be pot, freedom, license. The Bolsheviks of the revolution will be long-haired pot smokers. A quote from Jerry Rubin, who was sentenced early in 1970 to over 5 years for effectively speaking his mind. Certain drugs affect the mind and allow the individual for the first time to see the world freely, without enforced values and rituals. For the first time, the person can see clearly and the real inequities and the farcical absurdities. The antiquated drug laws and the archaic lawmakers have given us an underground. Now it is our job to make good use of it. Pot, grass, or marijuana is available anywhere in the country, as the black market is widespread and thriving very well. Marijuana goes under a whole new slew of names, such as Acapulco Gold, Panama Red, Vietnam Green, and New York White. All of these names depict the potency and place a natural origin. Mexican and Vietnamese marijuana are probably the best on the American market. Middle Eastern grass is also highly prized, but not so readily available. There is no way of knowing what you are buying without first trying it, as most grasses look alike and smell very similar regardless of potency. The most interesting of all the different types of grasses is New York White, as it is a natural growth of high potency in a large metropolitan city. It is often found in vacant lots, growing by the side of alleys and in schoolyards. But strangely enough, the place where it has cropped up in abundance is in the sewers. The Department of Health and Sanitation have attempted to explain this phenomenon in several published reports. They have stated that the practice by illegal users of dumping marijuana seeds down the toilet to prevent arrests has resulted in massive subterranean growths. These growths were held directly responsible for many floods and blocked sewers. According to the report, the conditions in the sewers are ideal for growth of marijuana. It is damp and warm, and there is enough. End of page.